2, 1. That's what I wish. Man, wouldn't that be a good intro? Hi, welcome to snack time. I'm gonna jump off the roof. Here we go. We've got our guest, Dave Ross.
Hello, it's me.
Hi,
everybody.
Everybody, get your snacks and let's do this shit show that I decided to do last minute. I'm excited. I did put on makeup though, so here we are, and I did put some effort in. Whoa, hey, welcome, Dibby and Hojoman. Nah, I can't pronounce anyone's names. I'm good. Dave, thank you so much for joining me on the first episode of Snack Time.
Are you kidding me? I'm so excited. A snack show?
I mean,
hell yeah.
Surprisingly, nobody's done it before. Well, there were some people, but I think they fell off, so I'll take it.
Yeah, Michael Ian Black had a podcast about snacks a while ago, but I never listened to it.
Never heard of him. What is he, a famous comedian?
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, I mean, I love snacks. I love eating. The only hesitation was I was like, either people are going to either love or hate eating on a microphone, because that's always my biggest thing. Because I'll go do podcasts and I always have gum and have to really silently chew it or just any of it.
Man, yeah, you shouldn't do that.
You have a lot of podcasts, but also I end up just breathing super, super heavy. And so then I'm not, look, we're going to find out I'm not good on a mic. It's just a lot of
I'm not either. And I've been making podcasts for a long time. And I think actually a pretty common complaint is that I chew or make, I don't know, there's just something about, I don't really know what it is. I just don't, I understand that it sucks to hear. Yeah. But I think I have a little bit of indignance in my brain where I'm I'm making this for free, so I'm going to chew in the fucking mic if I want to.
Yeah.
And I don't have to.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and you have tons of podcasts. I don't have time. I just said tons. Tons.
I got tons of podcasts. Also, I don't want people who listen to my stuff to feel bad, but I guess in the moment I don't care. It's weird. I've been on shows where Hampton on my last podcast would be like, "Hey man, I can hear you chewing," and I'll be like, "I don't give a fuck." And then an hour later, I'm like, "I do care. I don't want people to hear." But in the moment, I'm like, "Whatever," and I don't know why.
I just don't of all things to listen to. I don't care. Also, so let's give a shout out. So I asked Dave to pick a snack for me to eat while we're hanging out, and he chose frozen grapes, which let's get into that. First of all, I have the frozen grapes here. I don't know what kind of grapes. Are you new to
frozen grapes? Is this a new thing? You've never had frozen grapes before?
Here's the thing. My mom raised me all organic, very, really? Just no sweets or anything like that. So she would always try to convince me that frozen grapes were candy.
Right.
And so she was so big on that. Guess what? They're not candy, but now as an adult, they're fine. But so I'm not new to it. I just haven't done it in so long. So, but are you new to them?
I'm fairly new to them, but it's funny when I talk to people about frozen grapes, it's pretty common. It's the same thing is always said. And I had Irene Walton, our mutual friend, who also makes funny cooking shows, and she's great. She did my podcast, and we were talking about frozen grapes, and she gave me this whole speech about how frozen grapes are not candy, and she was just people say they're like ice cream. They're not fucking like ice cream, and it is true. People who like frozen grapes, I don't know. It's a whole thing. It's people feel like they've discovered buried treasure. Ooh, you freeze a grape, and all of a sudden all of a sudden it's not a grape anymore. It's some kind of like magical thing. But that's because
there's like, are you on TikTok?
No.
Okay, so there's a trend on TikTok right now because of Lizzo, and they're calling it like nature cereal. So basically, she just takes a bunch of different kinds of berries, pomegranate seeds, and then dumps coconut water on them, and then puts ice cubes in it, and then eats it out of a bowl. And there's all these people doing it and reacting, and so many of them are like, oh my God, this is delicious. And I'm like, there's not a planet. There's not a planet. You coconut water? Not even coconut milk?
Oh my God, it's with coconut water?
Water.
Coconut water
really fucked up.
Sucks. And people love it, but it tastes bad.
It tastes like cum, and nobody wants to say it, but it tastes like cum. Like,
it looks like cum too.
It smells like cum. It tastes like cum, and that I'll stand by that. I can tell when someone's drinking coconut water because I'm like, I know that fucking smell.
Well, you can't tell because you don't know if it's cum. They could just be drinking cum. Is what I'm saying.
No, imagine that every person that I've ever been around that's been drinking coconut water has actually secretly been drinking cum, and I'm like, ugh.
Totally.
Makes so much sense. Okay, these are good. These are like
no, they're great. And the thing is though, they are great though because of what we were just talking about. They're great when you're a grown-up and you're trying aggressively to like stay even a little in shape. And you want a snack that's technically healthy. So that's why you freeze a grape and you're like, oh my God, it's like an actual thing. But it's not. Yeah. It's just like halfway there.
We just have to fool ourselves. It's a fucked up game. And somebody in the chat is talking about the cotton candy grapes. Have you heard of these?
Yes. You can just buy them at Ralph's. It's like a way they make grapes somehow.
I know, and I tried them and they're pretty good. They also have ones that are supposed to like taste like candy. I mean, we're really just reaching here. Like we're really just reaching. But
all the human beings want is to be hot and eat like shit. That's all we want. Yeah. All of us.
That's
what we're trying to do.
No, it's a nightmare. I mean, 100%. And that's what I was saying. We were talking about, you're like, well, I really like Doritos. And it's like, look, here's the truth. If I could eat snacks every day, it would be a fucking, this whole show is based off of an eating disorder. Okay. So we're this entire show stems from an eating disorder. So, wow. Welcome.
The reason I texted you, when you initially asked me to do this, I was like, frozen grapes. That's my all the time snack now. Right. And then as time went on, I was like, well, wait, it's a snacks show. So I should get a real snack. And then I texted you and was like, if I didn't care, if I wasn't terrified of being fat, I would eat nacho cheese Doritos. Right. And so I legitimately thought, Lindsay, that like your audience would be like, frozen grapes. It's not a fucking snack. But then,
what audience? But
your reaction was, well, I don't want to eat Doritos because I'm terrified of being fat.
Yeah. No, exactly the same thing. I literally was like, yeah, I'll go get Doritos. This is what I said to Dave in a text. I was like, I'll go get Doritos and I'll eat them, but I'll probably spit them into a paper towel and not tell anyone. Totally. And he was like, okay, cool, sick.
Word for word. Absolutely.
I defend that. Well, I mean, here's the thing. When I do snack, I get a buffet of snacks. That's my thing. That's why I really, truly do love and cherish snacks.
And when does that happen? Is it like, are you it's midnight, I can't sleep, I'm gonna get a bunch of crackers and chips and peanut butter and shit and just bring them into my bedroom? Because that's me.
That's you. You do that in the middle of the night?
It's a problem. It's like the reason I gain weight when I gain weight. I eat healthy, I work out, not that much, but I do it. And I don't gorge, I don't eat crazy shit. And then at 1:00 in the morning, I just like shove sour cream into my mouth. it's an issue.
Do you sleep through the night though? Because that's do you sleep well?
No.
Okay. See, if that was the case for me, I probably would be, but I am a hard sleeper. I also like talk in my sleep and
right.
like I'm like when I'm sleeping, I'm like very, very sleeping. So I don't, excuse me.
Jesus, we went on that whole thing about chewing.
Yeah. Also here.
Yeah, there we go. Is that a PBR?
No, it's a Diet Hansen soda.
Oh,
All of
okay.
this is going to be like how to be an old person and still love snacks.
Oh, that's right. You don't drink. That would be insane if you just fell off the wagon right now casually.
I know. Well, that's the thing too. It's like I don't drink, so what do I have? Snacks. Like it's my
Right.
But I sleep through the night. So I actually like do try to be like really responsible most of the time, but then there will be days when I straight up I'm just like today will be a snack day and it will be and then I truly just get like 4 bags of chips and I lay them out on my dining room table like I have somewhere to be and then I have my own snack party and that's what I do. I like a buffet. I like a little bit of everything.
What are those chips? Like, what are your various chips you lay out?
Well, I got to get a tortilla chip, so I got to get
Got it.
a Dorito, but I'm a Cool Ranch person.
Wow,
I got to
okay.
get Cheetos.
Wow.
I have to get a kind of potato chip. I prefer sour cream and cheddar. And then, I mean, I really just go for classic sleepover food. And then I don't fuck with
Yeah.
pretzels because they're just like cement that fills you up.
Yeah,
I try to do
totally.
it
It's like wood with
strategically.
salt on it.
Yeah, I try to do it strategically, but I also will say this, if I'm feeling very fancy, I will go to Trader Joe's and get a bunch of their appetizers and just fucking do it up, baby.
Wait, but on this podcast, you didn't want to eat Doritos because you are scared of gaining weight and we're going to spit them into a napkin. But
Yes.
like in that, so you're saying like when you cheat, you will eat all these things, or do you still not
Yeah.
eat these things nowadays?
No, I try to be like pretty I try to be like pretty healthy most of the time, but when I'm not, when I cheat,
You
it's
fucking
like
go
I go
for it.
Yeah.
Hell
I
yeah.
like really go for it. So it's good. Sorry, you probably can hear my big stupid cat on her scratching post. I'm sitting on the floor. Why?
Wow,
Why I chose
nice.
to sit on the floor. Wait,
Can
so
I tell you,
ask,
when I cheat, when I have one of those days where I'm like, fuck it, and I get a smorgasbord, I used to be one of those, get one of the get a lot of the little Trader Joe's oven appetizers, but now you know what I do? I get like 2 to 4 fancy cheeses and some nice crackers. And then, my stomach hurts for like a month. It's awesome.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's such a love-hate relationship because I love cheese so much. But one time I went to a cheese party and I didn't shit for like a week. And like that can't happen again on a regular basis. You know what I mean?
I am so obsessively like trying to like not, I don't know. I'm not that great at eating, but I'm way better than I used to be. I don't really do it that much. So literally for my birthday, like a year or two ago, I was turning it was like 35 or 36, some age. It doesn't matter. And my friends, like a few of them surprised me at my house with like a bunch of beer, a pizza, and a cookie cake. It was like the nicest night ever. It was so nice and cool.
That's so nice.
So I ate like 3 slices of pepperoni pizza. I had like 3 beers, and I had like 3 pieces of cookie cake, and I had nightmares. I had like truly, I like was fighting wolves in my sleep, and I kept waking up, and then I like shat weird for a week. I was like, God, how old am I? What's happening?
It's so weird. It's so weird. Like when I am trying to be really healthy, I have dreams and I talk in my sleep about pastries.
No way.
I have more than one recording that my boyfriend Nick will like record me. I have a sleep recording app now, so it will record automatically in the middle of the night. But like years ago, Nick used to like record me and talk to me like while I was sleeping and I would respond. And there's been so many times where I'm like, I gotta go. And it's like, what? I gotta get the pastries. Nobody's getting them. And like,
Oh
that's
my
all I
God.
think about in my dreams. But
I love that too because you say the word pastries, like
I
not a specific
know.
kind of pastries, just the category that is pastries.
Well, because in my mind, so when I was a kid, we used to go to this the Holiday Inn in like our local town would have like a brunch buffet.
Oh, okay.
And so when we would go, they would have all these pastries. And that was like my favorite thing in the entire, I thought it was like incredible that it existed.
Oh yeah. When I was a kid and we would go on trips and we stayed at like a Best Western or whatever, I
Yeah.
killed for the continental breakfast. I woke up, I
Yes.
like couldn't believe they just put the eggs out and I
I
just
know.
take them. I couldn't handle it. And I would get like a cruller and like whatever I would make toast. I would do literally every single thing they had. Yeah,
I mean,
I get
I
it.
love a buffet, but that sticks in my brain when I think of pastries. So like I don't want to do a pastry unless I have like a variety. That's like an ongoing
Right.
theme.
And in one of those like weird like Holiday Inn cases that as
Yes.
adults you realize they look like shit, but you think it's for royalty when you're a kid. It's like a little fake silver raised thing with the dome on it.
Yes. Yes.
I remember
That's
thinking
all.
that was for like kings and queens.
I know. Well, it's okay. The ideal scenario, if we're talking about pastries, is high tea or afternoon tea. And I did this.
What does that mean?
Okay. Okay. Afternoon tea. Wait. Let me spill the tea on afternoon tea. All right. Murder me.
Nice.
No, okay, afternoon tea. It's like an English thing, but I don't know if it is. I knew the history at one point, but I don't anymore. So regardless, basically you go to a hotel in the middle of the day and they give you tea, which is the gross part, and then they give you a bunch like a tower of pastries and little sandwiches and little like and scones and shit. And like, yeah, and somebody was saying cucumber slices on white bread. Yeah. And that's not the best part, but it's,
Oh.
the scone, like all of it. That's when you feel fancy. I'm going to burp again.
Cucumber slices on white bread is not something I've ever heard of.
Really?
Ever. Yeah.
I guess
Or maybe I
boys aren't,
ignored
like,
it.
you didn't have tea. I mean, of course you didn't have tea parties, but we would have like tea parties.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
yeah, I don't know. I'm also like super anti cucumber. I don't like pickles. I've just like never been anything cucumber. I can't take it.
really?
Regular cucumber, I pick it out of salads. Yeah. I'm the only one. Everybody
I don't
loves
like
it but me.
carrots.
That's
I'll pick
strange.
carrots out.
That's why you're
carrots out.
blind.
What? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to ask you what your favorite snacks are for different occasions. Okay.
Let's do it.
Great. Okay, what is your favorite midnight snack?
Oh man, anything. My favorite midnight snack is whatever I steal from my roommate.
Okay,
and I mean
fair.
it. That's a true thing, and I'm embarrassed of it. And it's a thing I've worked on, especially in quarantine. We're around each other way more, or at least like the first half of it. And I literally like literally in a stoned haze, almost involuntarily, I just like I just am like, oh fuck, and I just like rummage. And more times than I like to admit, I've stolen chips from my roommate. So sorry, Chris. Sorry again.
Here's
but
the
I guess
thing. That's on him for not eating all his chips in one serving.
Yeah, that's on him if we were under 30. We're over 30. You're allowed to store chips in your house. I agree with you up until you turn 30. It's like we live in a home. We each have our own bathroom. He shouldn't have to hide his Doritos in his bedroom.
I hope he does though.
Dorito, truly, like when it comes to snacks, I'm pretty like the most popular mainstream thing is my favorite thing. Nacho cheese Doritos are my shit. Or I just had a bowl of Reese's peanut butter cups. I know.
Oh my God. I have to avoid Reese's because I just like them so much and they're a little too sweet for me now, but like everything that there's so chocolate and peanut butter.
I know.
Did
you see that they're coming out with a Reese's where the cup is also peanut butter? So it's like
I did.
The whole thing is just it's like a brick of peanut butter.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
I mean, yeah. They're also coming out with one that's filled with pretzels.
Filled with pretzels.
Yeah, like it's like a peanut butter cup, and then inside of it are like crunchy pretzel pieces.
Oh, okay. Well,
you
sure.
Don't like that sounds amazing to me.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking for some reason I was imagining that the pretzels were replacing the peanut butter in the middle, which just sounds terrible. It just sounds like you open it's just like a chocolate bar and then this like dust pours out. I don't want that. But yeah, no, crunchy. Yeah.
Reasonable. Okay, so anything your roommate has is your midnight snack.
Yes.
Your healthy snack, we know, are frozen grapes.
Yes.
Right?
Or like apple slices and peanut butter.
That's super good. I was actually just going to ask, do you think, are there any adults that actually eat peanut butter on celery?
Oh, God. Celery's another one I can't stand. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, isn't there a thing what's the thing called where it's a celery, like a half a celery stick?
Ants on a log.
Peanut butter, ants on a log. And the ants are raisins, right? Isn't that what it is?
Yeah.
You just...
Oh my God, yeah.
That's such a psychotic snack to me.
It's
to put a little raisin on. It's weird, right?
Well, it's also mean because I feel like we give kids a lot of stuff that we're just like, here's this shit that was in the bottom of my fridge. Good luck.
Yes, totally.
Doesn't it look like a mouse? Like, just...
Also, you're not even tricking them. You're calling it ants on a log. Like, it looks like shit.
Yeah.
It tastes bad, and its name is ants and wood.
I don't know. I get into the idea of eating an animate object. I get into that. I think it's fun.
Okay.
I like when things look like other things.
Okay. Okay. Well, fair enough.
Okay. What is your let me see. All right, what is your depression snack?
Oh man. I'm going to go like man, I know what this exact. It's very similar to your like chip buffet you were talking about. Yeah. If I'm home and I'm like, and this is when I have days like this are my cheat day, where I'm like,
okay, yeah,
feeling really bad and I'm home and I have stuff to do and I just make the decision like, nope, I'm sad. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I'm staying home. I'm going to eat a bunch of shit. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to feel bad tomorrow. And that's what I'm trying to do. And so either I'll like order something or go pick up something that's really greasy and gross, like, whatever, some fried chicken or something like that. Or I'll literally walk down the street to the liquor store and I get the same thing every time if they have it. Cheddar sour cream Ruffles. And chili cheese Fritos. I love chili cheese Fritos. Way more than the regular Fritos. Them. Oh, they're dope. I only discovered them like a year ago. They're so much better than the regular ones.
I actually always forget about Fritos. Always. And they're classic and they're very good.
They're super good. I feel like the corn flavor, as I get older, I'm just sort of used to it and I don't want it. That's why the chili cheese gets me all hot and bothered. Yeah, totally.
Spices it up.
It's like, it's like.
Sorry about that.
What is happening to you? My girlfriend burps all the time too. Is this just all the time? And I feel like it wasn't a common thing with the women in my life until recently, but now every woman I'm close to burps all the time. It's so funny.
It's so freeing, but I am drinking a very carbonated soda. What do you want me to say? People love the burps
There.
in the comments. Thank you so much.
Oh, good. That's good. I
And
mean,
by
yeah, you
people,
got to
I
get it
mean
out
Nikki.
there. Is Nikki in there? That's great. And let's see. I will also. I'm trying to. Oh, I'll also get. You know, if I'm feeling real depressed, I'll get those two types of chips. I might get some type of Doritos. I don't go Cool Ranch anymore. I go either nacho or spicy nacho, or sometimes even salsa verde.
What about sweet chili? Have you had sweet chili?
They're good. Yeah, I don't think of it, but I think if I saw it, I might grab it. Yeah.
I actually think we were both at Steph's one time where there was there, and I feel like I remember us all being like, "These are really good."
Yeah.
Just like being like really genuinely excited.
And I will literally also at my local liquor store in that exact same trip, I'll buy a sleeve of Oreos and a little personal thing of milk.
That's insane.
And like lactose is bad. I can't do dairy, but if like I'm that sad,
you drink milk.
Yeah, I can't either. I mean,
wow.
Generally I have almond milk at my house, so I'll just do that. But
sure,
sometimes I'm like, man, fuck it, I don't care.
I mean, yeah, I miss being able to put away a sleeve of Oreos and not wake up with heartburn.
Oreos specifically really mess your stomach up. I think it's just so much sugar. It's like way more sugar than anything else.
I just remember when I was in high school, I used to like wolf it in the pantry and like then go to sleep and wake up and it was like nothing happened. And now I have these Girl Scout cookies that I've hidden in our apartment somewhere. And
you can't find them?
No, I mean, I know where they are, but I tried to like, I mean, I can't, because now I'm scared I'm going to eat all the fucking sleeves, but I'll be fair with Girl Scout cookies. There are actually small boxes.
I mean, yeah, sure. I don't.
You're not a Girl Scout?
No,
you don't
I'm not
hang
a Girl
out with
Scout.
Young girls?
I also have no judgment of whether or not, like, how much Girl Scout cookies you eat. You know, eat away.
I mean, sure.
What's your go-to Girl Scout cookie?
I've avoided Girl Scout cookies pretty well, but there are these peanut butter ones, these peanut butter chocolate ones that are like if you put a cookie underneath a Reese's Pieces.
Those are is that the Samoas? Is that what you're talking about? Okay.
No, they're called like tagalongs.
Oh, let me see if that's the one.
I don't know. They have like peanut butter. When I was a Girl Scout, oh man, yeah, tagalongs. Okay, yes,
oh yeah,
that is what they are. Those
totally.
are my favorites. I don't do Thin Mints because I'm not basic, but
yeah, totally. That's for babies. And if you're listening, it's for stupid babies.
For stupid babies.
Oh, Samoas are definitely mine. That's my favorite by far.
Were you a Boy Scout? Do Boy Scouts sell?
Dude, I'm an Eagle Scout. Have I ever told you that?
My God, wait, that's right. I feel like I knew that. So that means like in high school.
I actually, luckily, when I was in middle school, I went pretty crazy with it and I got most of the way. And then I finished it when I was a freshman in high school. And thank God, because if it went on any longer than that, I would have just died from getting beat up. I went to similar. You were from Jersey. I'm from like Southern New York. It's a rough, poor place where they don't like stuff like that.
Yeah.
I remember too, like when you get your Eagle, you have to go in front of a board of review of older Eagle Scouts, and there are these like 60-year-old men wearing their Boy Scout uniforms, and they're like, so we're going to ask you to wear your Boy Scout uniform to school at some point in the next few weeks. Is that all right? And I was like, oh, I'm not doing that. And they're like,
wait, really?
Yeah. And they were like, you're not going to get your Eagle if you don't do it. And I was like, I won't do it. And they were like, why? And I was like, I'll get beat up. And they were like, you get beat up for that? And I was like, yes. I mean, where are you from? Of course you do. Everybody in my high school has nothing to lose.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
I might have been projecting. I might have been wrong. But at the very least, I would
No.
have gotten ridiculed. I would
I
have
would have
gotten.
beat you up.
I would have
You
gotten
were
made fun of a lot for
you
sure.
were
I didn't do it. I didn't
if
do
you
it.
wore if you wore an Eagle Scout uniform to high school, I would have beat you up.
Yeah, I
For
mean,
sure.
yeah.
But I was a Girl Scout for a while, but I only did it because like when you earn the badges, you can basically just make up activities.
Really?
Yes.
I've
We
heard
did
Girl Scouts are way cooler than Boy Scouts.
I think they are. I mean,
Yeah.
there was always it was just more about like doing fun activity, like basically going on field trips, but like not in school. That was essentially it.
Oh, cool.
But we never sold any. My mom was like she wasn't embarrassed, but she like really wasn't in it to participate in any of like the stuff where you like champion your kid for like a stupid cause. So
is that a big part of girl? What are you talking about?
yeah, because like you have to like be like, my daughter's selling Girl Scout cookies. Buy her Girl Scout cookies. And my mom was always just like,
do what
you
you
care?
want.
Yeah.
That sounds way better than my parents that were like, are you ready for the fun run or whatever? I just like never wanted to do any of it.
They were really enthusiastic about activities like that.
Yeah, my dad was like my soccer coach for so long and just, you know what I mean?
Whoa, interesting.
Totally.
My
Very
dad would
participatory.
never. He was just so busy being drunk. And
oh.
no, he would have gotten too angry. I remember like very rare times that he would like, I don't know, do some sort of chaperoning thing, and I just used to watch him lose it on a kid he would just be like, "Why are you doing that?" Like,
wow, really? That's so funny.
I know. My mom really she wanted to be like everyone's favorite teacher, even though she wasn't a teacher. She would come in and explain Hanukkah to all the Italian Catholics. And
wow, that's cool.
I mean, it wasn't for me.
Sure. But you think it's cool now. I don't know. It's funny.
I think it's cool. Well, no, but it was like, there was like not many Jews in my town. So, and like Italians it's like New Jersey Italian. They're like, you're literally going to hell. You're gonna go to hell.
Right.
Like, what is wrong? You don't go to CCD, go to hell.
Right.
Like,
that's
rats.
right.
So,
yeah. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
I remember we did the Diary of Anne Frank, and like I was in high school theater every year, and
you
we
were
did
in
Diary
high
of
school
Frank
theater too. You were cool.
all 4 years. Oh, I mean, thank you, but no, I wasn't.
Well, I guess I'm jealous because I was too scared to be seen as a loser.
I see, but I just was a loser. Is what was happening, and so I just did it. Right. I just leaned into it.
That's what I should have done.
Yeah. No, this is fun.
Oh, I thought you were telling me a story.
No. Yeah, I was trying to do a bit where I was like sarcastically being like, "This is fun. You're bullying me," but then it didn't make you laugh, and so it was just awkward. And that's great. And now you can see why I was such a loser in high school, Lindsay.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. I was in theater. And it is funny because I do think it's cool to be in high school theater, but at the time it definitely wasn't, and people didn't think it was at all. So isn't that funny? How like you look back at high school and it's like, yeah, when I meet theater kids now, I'm like, you're the coolest kid ever. But it was yet another thing you got punched for in my school.
I feel anything that you could do that could possibly help your life, and like anything that gave you a concussion, you were rewarded for, and anything that could possibly help your life, you were looked at as such a loser. And granted, there was one girl who used to always fucking hula in school.
Oh boy.
that was like her thing, and she was in theater. And anyway, that it doesn't make any sense. But I wish I did theater. I did community theater from when I was like 4 until high school, but I hid it from people because they thought I was weird.
Man, I feel like high school is always going to be filled with like judgmental shit because everybody is just like a mess of hormones and not totally developed yet. But I also will say that area of the world that you and I are from, Jersey and New York and Pennsylvania, is very specifically rough, I think, because the culture is so aggressive.
Yeah.
Like truly, like it's hard to talk to friends of mine from California about high school sometimes because I'm like, no, you don't understand.
Yeah.
Like people were getting their head like smashed into lockers in my school, like all the time.
No, 100%.
Yeah,
it's like the worst combination of crazy psychopaths that are just like are very no. I totally get it. It's the same.
I get the fear. Yeah, for sure.
What did
Here's
you
something
have
that I did in school. This is true. It was a short period, but for about 6 months, I was very big on in the hallways between classes, doing hacky sack. Yes, I was a hacky sacker. And I remember very distinctly being late to American history class because I was on like a tear. I was like really going for it in the hallway. And my teacher threw the door open and in front of the whole class goes, "Hey, Dave, are you done with your hacky balls?" I was like, yes. I just walked in and I never did it again.
Your hacky balls.
Yeah. His name is Mr. Anzalone. He was a lot of fun.
Oh my God. That's so funny.
Yeah.
So you went through phases.
Yes.
Okay.
Didn't we all?
I mean, yeah, we all did. What did you guys, how was your food at the school cafeteria? How was
terrible.
Really?
It was like, it was one of those schools where they would literally call it like mystery meat. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Wait, did you go to public school?
Yeah.
Okay, same. Yeah. I went to public school. I just remember we used to have those salads that were in like a shaker container that was like half cheese and half moldy lettuce and then like all ranch dressing, and all the girls would get it.
Yeah, and it's like only iceberg, but like only the browning gross parts. For the longest time, I was like, I hate lettuce because I just thought it was like awful sticks, mostly made of water.
You hated lettuce because you had only had rotting lettuce.
Yeah, old iceberg, totally.
No, it's I feel like we had that. I never ate at lunch at school though, I don't think.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
When I was a senior, we were allowed to leave, but we weren't allowed until we were seniors. So every day when I was a senior, I would leave.
We weren't allowed to leave when we were seniors, but we were out like, I mean, there was really nowhere to go. You can go to like McDonald's, but I left a period early to go work at a diner. So I ate when I got there.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Yeah. Very cool.
Were you a server at a diner in Jersey?
Yeah, I worked at a diner in Jersey as a waitress.
Damn. And we would have been tight in school, probably. Yeah. I didn't really, I didn't get into drinking or smoking weed until the very, very end of school. But you know what I did do is I would go and sit in a diner and be loud. That's what I would love, those diners that are all, and every time I go back home, I always hang out with my friend James and I'm like, we got to go to a diner. And he's always like, a diner covered in mirrors. And I was like, a diner covered in mirrors. And you know the type of diner I'm talking about, a Jersey diner where there's like a claw machine and everybody's mad at you and it smells like cigarettes. It's open all night. And the menu is like 15 pages.
Yes. It's like the most comforting thing. I always volunteered to serve in the smoking section. And
hell yeah.
When we still like had a smoking section, all I did in high school was go to diners and smoke cigarettes and order toast and drink coffee. That was like literally all I did. And then when I worked at this place, it was owned by this like angry Greek man who used to like throw saran wrap at people in the back and then like pass out in the front by the muffins. And It was run by this like Greek family, and they were like insane. They would just scream at you. And I remember one time he screamed at me, and he's like, "You're never going anywhere in life with your trash garbage mouth." And I was like,
"Whoa, damn!"
Yeah, it was intense. But that's like, in retrospect, I'm like, you're hiring teenagers. It was like a shit show. Like, honestly, like people came to work drunk. One time we got. Cops would show up and people wouldn't have shown up for work, and they would be like, "Oh, you're looking for Jessica? No, she's not here today." And like,
whoa,
it was insane. Our whipped cream never had air in it. Everybody had already like sucked all of the nitrous out of it. What is it? Nitrous?
Man, I never had this experience. I've never like had a serving job. I drove Lyft for a while. Okay. So I paid my dues, but I never in a restaurant. And so I hear all these stories. Like I remember when I was in college, I hung out with these group of people that were all friends with one person I went to college with, but they didn't go to the school, and they were like where we got all our drugs, and that they were the ones who showed us all the cool stuff to do in LA. Or at least that they did. And one of them was like brain dead one day, and like just like this. And I was like, "What's up, man? Are you all right?" And we all did a lot of drugs when I was in college, so it made sense. But I'd never seen anyone like this. And his friend, they all worked at a pizza place in the Inland Empire. All of them, the same one.
Shout out Steve Hernandez, Inland Empire.
It actually was Steve. But no, they would all get high in the back of this pizza place and do other drugs too. And when I was like bothering this guy, I was like, "What's wrong with you?" His friend was like, "Oh man, you know what happened? The other day we were all at work and we went to get high and none of us had any weed. So he went inside and he took a knife and he slit the like Freon tube in the back of the fridge and like huffed Freon somehow."
What?
I know. And he got like really fucked up, and I was like, "Yeah, that makes sense, man. That sounds like that would fuck you up."
So that's what you missed out on. Did you ever work a service job at like a food place?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think it's only like delivery driving. I'm trying to think. Call centers. Did you work
when you were in high school?
I did. I worked at Burger King. That was my first job.
That's a food job.
Oh yeah, but that's the only one ever.
Oh, okay.
So I forget about it. But yeah, man, I worked at the Burger King, and man, there was a guy there who he was like a slower guy. I don't know if he was learning disabled or just slow or something. But what's that?
Be careful.
Oh no. I don't know exactly, but he was.
You're canceled.
I think he had a learning disability, but I'm not sure. And I remember he was like the nicest dude, and he loved Burger King. And I just remember feeling like I wish I had that level of love for something. And I like literally to the point where he came in one day and he was like, "Dave, you're not going to believe this. The Whopper Jr.'s coming back." And I was like, I wish I were you.
Genuine people are really upsetting sometimes.
I know.
I'll
never be.
I worked at Dunkin' Donuts for years too.
Oh, you did? Where?
In New Jersey. I worked in high school. I got fired from every job except for the waitressing job. So I worked at a coffee shop.
Did you get fired from that? You didn't get fired from that diner.
No,
even though that guy screamed at you.
It was impossible to get fired. People were doing heroin in the back. Like, they're not firing anyone. But I worked at Rita's Italian Ice was my first job. Did you have Rita's by you in Pennsylvania?
No, I'm from New York, and please never, ever say I'm from Pennsylvania ever again.
I don't know why Pennsylvania came out. I know you're from New York. Fun. You guys had Rita's Italian. Okay,
I mean,
so
I'm sure
Rita's
somewhere,
Italian,
but I've never been to one.
It's a chain. So Rita's Italian Ice. And then I worked at a coffee shop, got chased out,
Why?
accused of stealing.
Were you stealing?
No, the woman was crazy. Oh, I ate a sorbet, whatever, and didn't pay for it. Sorry.
So you stole it?
No, it's not stealing.
I mean, I don't
working.
care. I don't care that you stole it, but it sounds like you stole it. And
whatever. She was crazy. She was crazy. She just anyway. So
my first day of work at Burger King, which is way too much fun to say at Burger King. I just walked up to the line of like food, and I just grabbed a burger and I ate it. And they all like talked shit about me behind my back. And then the boss came up to me and they were like, and he was like, "Hey man, did you take a burger off the line and eat it?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "You know, you can't do that." And I was like, "Why not?" I like had no idea.
So like, good.
I don't know why I would think that it would be free for me, but I was like, I work here and we can just eat the food. I mean, like, why else would you work at Burger King?
Yeah, it should be. People are in the chat talking about Rita's Italian Ice. Very good. Very good.
Okay.
So you're missing out, basically. Wait, but that's
sorry.
I guess I stand by that. I worked at Starbucks for a period of time too, and I got yelled at. They're always like, no drinking on the floor. But you know what? At Dunkin' Donuts, it was pretty free reign because you just had the taster spoons for all of the Baskin Robbins ice cream. And so we would just stand around, and honestly, that place was a dump hole. And I think the owner was fucking one of the young girls there, maybe. But I got fired from there. I got fired from there for calling into work with lies too many times. They were like,
I didn't know that they ever actually, we all did that. Yeah, my 9th grandma died or whatever. Like everybody lies, but I've never actually heard of them calling you out on it. Damn.
Well, here's the thing. I think it was confusing because I'm the type of person where it's like, if I'm invested, like if I'm there, you know I'm there and I'm excited to be there and I'll say all the right things. And then if I'm not, it's like so painfully obvious. And so the running theme was that they were getting mixed signals because they were like, yeah, I don't really understand what's going on because it's like some days when you're here, you're like fun and ready to go. And then other days it's like, who are you?
Wow.
And I'd be like, yeah, I mean, fair. I don't want to work here. Like anytime anybody's ever said that to me at a job, it's like, because I don't want to be here.
I'm at a Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah. Why do I want to work? I don't want to work at a Dunkin' Donuts. The best part about it, the only part about it that was good was that I could at that point, because so many disgusting cops came in and were gross and creepy, I never got a ticket. So I knew all the gross cops in town. And
I guess that's good.
I mean,
it also sounds hard and awful.
Really, I mean, it wasn't, I mean, I had a lot of privilege on my side, but like, it definitely was like, I mean, it was good for me because I was a bad driver and I used to drive with my foot hanging out the window. So
this picture of high school Lindsay that's being painted is so funny.
It's too much, but I want to redirect back to snacks because that's what this is about. Okay. So a couple more different kinds of snacks I need to know your favorite childhood snack.
Oh man, I thought about this. There was some evolution, but it was always fruit snacks. I was fruit snacks crazy when I was a kid. And then when I found Gushers, game over. Gushers were, I couldn't believe it. A fruit snack with goo in it. I love goo.
I know.
Anything gooey.
That is like the king trade. Like if you had Gushers at lunch, it was done.
Oh,
like
totally.
Nothing. What is the snack that you would beg your mom to get, but she never got you?
Oh, wow. My mom was like pretty great about snacks. I'll be honest with you. Like,
really?
Yeah, it was weird to think because they were pretty good about, they wanted me to have like a well-rounded diet.
Are you burping?
Yeah, I was trying to hide it. I guess I should just let it fly on this podcast.
No, you have to burp on this. Whatever this show is, everybody has to burp openly.
I feel like if I burp, though, it'll be different. I just don't feel like my burps will be like a good time. I don't know.
Okay, well, I don't
Not
feel
that
like
they're like...
Dave Ross, everybody, I don't feel like my burps would be a good time.
Okay, I'll try.
Try to burp. No, I'm just kidding.
My mom literally, even at the time, I remember thinking it was crazy. Like, we would eat, well-rounded meals, 2 or 3 a day or whatever. And then also my mom would like literally buy tortilla chips and those like jars of nacho cheese and just bring them to me. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, it was honestly one of the best things about her.
One of the best things about her.
I mean, come on. No.
Okay, what's your favorite I'm high snack?
Oh, man.
Munchies.
I mean, honestly,
it could be the same.
Anything from Jack in the Box.
Oh, there
Truly.
you go.
I go, man, the jalapeno poppers at Jack in the Box.
I've never had them.
Man, I go crazy for those. I haven't had them in years now, but I would it used to be when I said my depression snacks before.
Yeah.
It used to be when I would have a depressed night, I would go to Jack in the Box. I would get a bacon ultimate cheeseburger, which is 2 hamburger patties and 4 pieces of bacon and 4 pieces of cheese. It's Jack in the Box burgers are completely devoid of all nutrition.
Right.
It's just fake everything. That and then fries and also 7 jalapeno poppers.
Ooh.
And that's my favorite thing when I'm stoned.
Okay, what about drunk snacks? Is it different or the same?
That's the same, though nowadays I'm trying to think. You know what I'm crazy for nowadays is Dave's Hot Chicken. Have you been to Dave's Hot Chicken? It's a chain.
No, because I'm a pussy and I don't like the hot part of the chicken.
Oh, look. You can get anything all the way from super hot all the way down to no spice at all at Dave's Hot Chicken. I personally get the spice level I get. This is how much of a coward I am. The spice level is called light mild. Not even mild.
Okay.
Light mild.
Oh, I'm listening now.
Yeah, and you can get them either as sliders or as strips. So I get the strips, and then it comes with fries and that orange fry sauce. That's the best thing ever. Yeah, that's my favorite drunk food nowadays.
Okay, I like that. What I love that as adults we've figured out a way to eat chicken fingers for the rest of our lives.
Totally.
It's just truly. I have a friend who is 30. She's 33, and she still orders chicken fingers at restaurants.
I mean,
they're good.
It is the thing that's good. Yeah,
yes.
I do love how when I moved to LA, I've lived in LA for 20 years now. How crazy is that?
Wow.
21 maybe. And when I moved here, it was still the stereotype of LA was that it was a health food town because of Hollywood, right? And there were vegan and juice places everywhere. And that was true. But then, I moved here in 2000 and that was the case. And there are a bunch of exceptions because, 100 million people live here or whatever. But that was the through line of our cuisine that I saw.
Yeah.
And then I don't really remember exactly when, 2006, 2007, all of a sudden the whole city was fuck it, burgers. We are a burger town. And now LA just has hot chicken places everywhere and burgers everywhere.
It's great junk food.
Yes.
We have great junk food. Also, I'm a big fan of Korean food where when they put the cheese on all the kimchi and cheese is a combination that I never thought I would ever like. I had kimchi nachos.
Whoa, I've never had this.
So fucking good.
Really?
So fucking good. I was this makes so much sense. This is just.
You know what else I love? Sorry.
No, I burped again.
This is this is honestly not related to the Korean nachos thing, but
okay.
It reminded me. So I am really bad with dairy, and I like even when I'm having those like cheat nights, I really try to only have it sparingly because it messes my stomach up so bad. But
I'm
then I
eating gum right
discovered
now, by the way. I'm swallowing it.
the gum.
Yeah, I have a problem. It's fine.
Whoa, what? Don't.
Keep going.
Okay. And then I discovered vegan queso. Vegan queso, because it's like made of cashew cheese, and it's really hard to make it right. But if it's right, it's the exact same thing as queso, just with no dairy in it. And oh man, that's like so. Barama downtown, AMA is how you spell it. They are like a bar. It's like a little on the expensive side, so I'll just go there and get a beer.
I've heard of them.
And then vegan queso. And oh my god, it's like the best queso I've ever had. It's so good.
Wait, go ahead.
No, I'm just crazy for that. And honestly, if I didn't have the stomach thing with dairy, my favorite snack would be chips and nacho cheese. That's what I would always be eating.
I need a real cheese sauce though. I'm a little bit of a bitch about it. I don't want like
I don't care at all. Oh man, that massive can of nacho cheese you can get at Costco or Sam's Club. I love that. I don't care. Make it out of oil. I don't give a damn.
No, I need like a sauce. Like I need them to be in the back making a roux before
a roux.
Yeah,
what's a roux?
A roux is like the beginning stages to like a thick sauce. So it's like you've got like flour, butter, and like milk, I think, and then it's like the base to a cream sauce. Anyway, but that's what I need. That's what they like make Southern mac and cheese with that, and I need that on nachos.
I see what you're saying. Like a real cheese sauce. Man, I
want a real cheese sauce.
And Velveeta. I've never liked it. Even when I was a kid, I didn't like Velveeta.
Well, we always got Annie's mac and cheese, like the organic.
Oh, I know Annie's.
Yeah. I mean, that was my mom never used milk though. She like kept it really. Anyway, I used to drink goat milk when I was a kid. I just remembered that. She bought me goat milk. Okay. I mean, I'm making it sound like she's a monster and she's not.
No, you're not.
What is what's your favorite adult, like childhood snack made into an adult snack?
Do you have an example?
Yeah. So an example would be, do you remember those little packets of crackers that you would dip in the cheese? Speaking of cheese sauce, like you would pull it back.
The little red thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the adult version.
That like little red piece of plastic you used to spread on. What an invention.
I know.
You could have just dipped the thing, but okay.
The adult version would be what you said, like going and getting a bunch of fancy cheese. And so do you have a favorite child to adult snack?
Man, who was it? I think it was Jamel Johnson just tweeted about how a charcuterie board is just you made Lunchables and you're an asshole or something. Something way funnier than how I said it, but yeah. I saw it and I was like, oh yeah, that is what charcuterie is. It's just Lunchables. Huh. Let's see. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I mean, I do love charcuterie and it is just Lunchables.
Yeah.
What are other kid snacks?
Well, I miss Dunkaroos personally.
Was a Dunkaroo a cookie you dip in chocolate?
No, you dipped it in frosting. So that was the thing. Oh, also thank you someone just said thank you and they said nice things about us. So thank you for watching. That's it. Okay.
Fred 62, the diner in Los Feliz, has great homemade Pop-Tarts.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the kind of shit where I'm like all about it. Like, I'm all about it. And like, I think it's easier with sweet stuff than it is with like, but I mean, essentially we've all made grown up mac and cheese and like shit like that. So
totally.
I just think it, no.
It's a lot of fun when, my girlfriend, Nikki, made around Christmas time made what were basically like homemade Hot Pockets. They weren't. They were like, much more involved than that. But that's like how
Right.
they were packaged. And oh man, it was so cool. Yeah, no, I totally know what you mean. Because it's great. It's like delicious and it makes you feel at home because it's homemade. But then it's
Mhm.
just like the exact shape and form of a thing from your childhood. They're perfect. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I made the Oreo. I made homemade, not Oreo. I made oatmeal cream sandwiches.
I loved those when I was a kid. That was the snack. That was the snack I wanted, and my mom wouldn't buy it for me. That thing.
Really?
Yeah, she just would never buy it. It was too much sugar or something.
I
But
mean, it was
in the little individual plastic packet. Oh, when kids would have them in school, I would be like, please. I loved those things.
those.
Yeah.
I never got to have any of those. I always had to like go through great lengths of like trading and like negotiating to get any snack like that. Or I would go to my friends' houses and I would raid their pantry and they would be
Yeah.
like, what is wrong with this girl? She's psychotic.
When I grew up and I found out that those are really, really cheap snacks.
Yeah.
Like in my head, anything we didn't have, we couldn't afford it. And so I was just like, oh yeah, obviously we don't get it. They're got to be so expensive. And then when I found out they're like 10 cents each or something, I went through like a year period where I ate them all the time.
Oh,
Like
fuck.
in place of meals. When I was like, I mean, not in place of meals, but when I was like 22 or 23, I went oatmeal cookie sandwich crazy.
I mean, I will snack in place of meals. I used to make fun of my mom for doing that. I would be like, she'd be like, I'm just gonna have a snack, and I would be like, you're why I'm fucked up. And now I'm like, you know what? Snacks are meals sometimes, and it's
Yeah,
delicious if I want to have it. But I'm
I
gonna
read
do
a
this.
thing once. Sorry for
No.
interrupting. I read this. I don't remember what it was exactly, but it always stuck with me. It was like somebody who writes about eating healthy. It wasn't like about it was someone sort of deviating from their path from writing about health food to say this one
Right.
specific thing. And they said, eat healthy, work out, but also it's hard to be happy in life. So try to do one thing a day that you really love, even if it's just one tiny piece of chocolate or something like that. It was literally like, be healthy, but if you love chocolate, have a little bit because you'll be happier. And I always hung on to that.
Yeah.
Because I think snacks actually are that for everybody. Like, who doesn't like
Absolutely.
snacks?
I mean, snacks make you happy. It's like a pick-me-up. Do we need them? No, it's not
No.
scientifically proven. Nobody needs snacks.
I wish I could always be eating, and I mean that.
Oh, I completely agree.
Yeah.
I like have to remind myself to like feel hunger when it's like during the holidays or something. I have to be like, you know what, give yourself a chance to feel hungry for a second because all I want to do is be eating nonstop. It's
Yeah.
the most fun.
It's the best.
It's like truly the best joy. And snacks are like literally, they're just made to be fun. And that's why they're so fucking good.
Yeah.
All they're doing, it's very it's very
like true
much
fulfillment.
yes, it's true
Yes.
fulfillment. It's also very emotional. I feel like that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's like you have a snack for every situation like that you're in, like a breakup snack. I didn't ask you about that. I mean, a lot of these are like pretty similar, but like for me,
Breakup
there's like very very specific snacks, like the snacks I eat when I'm at my mom's house, the snacks I eat, like my go-to if I go to Whole Foods, my go-to if I go to Ralph's. Like I have it
Ah.
like locked down.
I don't shop at Whole Foods. I've been in a Whole Foods maybe 4 times in my life. So I
What?
don't know. Yeah, for whatever reason, it was just never my. I just always. This is true. It's a self-esteem thing, and I mean this. Like anything that's like healthy, hip, cool, in style. I literally have to go through all this like mental convincing myself that I deserve to do it, and I like.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's like a thing that happens to a fair amount of people. Like I wear these like clear rimmed glasses. I wanted to buy some of those like 5 years ago, but I was like, yeah, but that's for cool people. And I didn't even think it consciously, you know? And so this is for the longest time, I thought Trader Joe's was for like cool people. I mean that. And saying it now sounds like insane.
No, I got it.
It sounds insane. But from the outside, it's like, everybody in there has a mustache and they're all fucking 19 or whatever. And everybody like rides up there in like a rusty old truck and they're all in a punk band. I don't know. And then, the only things they have in there are like organic paper towels and like nuts and kale chips. And I just can't handle it. But then I went in there and I was like, oh, this is just like a Trader Joe's is basically a snack store. It's like a snack store for broke people.
Oh my God. Yes. It's so good for that. No, it is the ultimate snack store.
Totally.
That is such a good point.
So good with snacks. But yeah, as a result, I just never made my way into Whole Foods for that exact same reason.
You're honestly missing out.
Yeah. What's your Whole Food snack? That's what I wanted to ask.
My Whole Food snack, I have to go for like the healthy thing. So I always look like for a while I was eating paleo puffs. And
what is that?
It was like
it's just like a piece of meat.
It was like the first grain-free, like puffed rice type snack, like
I'm gonna pass
Cheetos.
Out.
I know.
That's insane.
I know. Grain-free.
Wow.
So,
thank God.
But yeah, so that was my go-to snack for a while. But I used to also just go to their what do you call it? Fuck, it's like the bulk bins.
Oh, I don't know.
They had bulk bins where and I would always just put my hand under, I would get the peanut butter malt bar or peanut butter malt things and eat them in the store. And that's my snack at Whole Foods.
I don't even know what that is. A peanut butter malt bar. What's a malt bar?
Not a bar, like a ball.
Like a ball?
Like
a peanut
malt,
butter
have you ever had a malt ball, like Whoppers?
Oh, Whoppers. Yes.
Like a big version of that, but it's like peanut butter too.
That's a malt ball, a Whopper with like the whatever that stuff is.
That's malt.
Okay.
That's malt, baby.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds great.
I mean, it's incredible. That's my go-to. That's my go-to at Whole Foods. But I haven't been to Whole Foods in a long time because the pandemic has made it unbearable to see people who shop there.
Yes. Oh, you know what? Here's a good one. I don't know if this is on your list. Yeah. What's your go-to movie theater snack?
Popcorn with butter.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Same. And I don't fuck with any of that fancy salt. They have the like salt station at some places now, and there's like caramel salt or whatever. No. Nah, man.
No. I mean, sometimes I'll fuck with that. What I was doing for a minute, I miss going to the movies because we had AMC A-List for the pass thing. So we would go to the movies. Yeah. So we would go to the movies all the time. And I would get like a giant thing of popcorn, load it with butter. And then when I wanted to have two different kinds, I would just get like separate the large popcorn, and then I would just have two.
Yes.
Like I'll find any reason to make it a buffet. Like any way that I can, I will make it a buffet. So
anything you can pick from a bunch of stations. Stations are what life is about.
I mean, not anymore. That's one of the things we're not going to get back when this, because of fucking COVID. The biggest tragedy was we lost buffets.
Yeah.
That's the real loss.
Everybody's been saying that. Yeah.
I know. Wait, so I'm going to do this thing. We're going to see what it's like. So I am going to Google, snacks and see what, can you see? Hold on. I'm fucking with this. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to Google snacks and we're going to see the most recent article that comes up and read it. Okay, great. Is this accurate? I wonder if this is fun. 2 Colombian entrepreneurs took banana snacks from Araba to the UK. Is it Araba? Can you see?
I have no idea. I've never seen that word before.
Oh, okay. Wow, this is so much. This is a lot of reading. It doesn't look interesting.
Totally. How did the Prudent Press Agency end up at the top? I mean,
I
come
don't know.
on.
Yahoo Lifestyle. These are all like my favorite fudgy, chewy treats. Sweet potato snacks.
Oh,
Who
that's
the
true.
fuck?
I mean, magazines and newspapers are so in trouble recently. There are so many articles like in the New York Times where the title is like 15 of your favorite peanut butter treats. And it's like, why
I
is this,
know.
is this on the New York
What?
Times?
How about this? I'm just going to look for new snacks 2021.
I'm on CNN.com searching for the word snacks.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Dunkaroo's breakfast cereal?
what? Man,
What?
several people are going to die from eating that. Here's an
Holy
article
shit.
you'll love.
Yeah.
The pandemic made these cereals cool again. That's
I
a lot
love
of fun.
cereal as a snack, by the way. I'll cereal as a snack all the fucking time.
Have you had the the Baobab coconut granola from Ralph's?
No, I haven't. Wait, side note,
so
look
good.
at this. Look at this. Oatmeal cream
Wait, hold on.
pies. Can you see that?
Wait, it's so small. Oh, it's a cereal? What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
That is so incredible. Oh man, you know what else is so good that I didn't have until my adult life are all dressed Ruffles.
The Canadian shit.
Yeah, they were only available. And you know what else they only had in Canada until recently are ketchup chips. Ketchup chips are legitimately great. I did believe it. I was like, whatever, Canada sucks. You're stupid, but man, they're so good.
Wait, okay, so this is what I was saying. The Reese's Big Cup with pretzels. Can you see that?
Oh, that does look good. Man,
Doesn't
a Reese's Big Cup. Ugh, good stuff.
Does anybody eat Snickers? Who cares?
Brownie.
Snickers.
Yuck, dude. Just get a brownie.
Taffy.
Boo.
I actually like Laffy Taffy. Who wants this M&M's mix? No thanks. This isn't real. There's no way.
Fruitella. What's Fruitella? What is that?
Gelatin is made. Wait, this is what it opens with. Fun fact: gelatin is made from boiling bones to extract collagen, which is then heated and cooled to make fun, wiggly sweets like Jell-O gummies.
Yeah,
boiling bones.
I thought we were past gelatin. Isn't it horse hooves that it's normally made out of?
That's what I thought. I thought it was horse hooves. My sister was a vegetarian for a while, and she was a big horse girl. Shout out to Julia Loken, who's also a horse girl.
Wow.
There's just too much. This is too much. It's too much weird shit.
Making I like all mini Kit Kats. That's fun. What?
I know. Hold on. Sugar Bear. We're devolving.
Is that your cat?
Yeah. I thought it would be funny if I had her snacks. And then I'd be like, look, it's like I've got Sugar Bear. You want your
get her
snack?
Over here.
She's gonna like pee on something. I just know that that's happening right now. You want snacks? This is like this is what
this article about the cereals that the pandemic made cool again. The highlighted cereals are Fruity Pebbles and Grape Nuts. And I'm sorry, but I don't think Grape Nuts came back. I'm not reading the article because I'm on a show right now, but I just kind of refuse to believe that Grape Nuts. This literally says there was a Grape Nuts shortage at one point.
That's a lie. That's a lie. There's no way. That's a lie. A grape nut shortage? Who's eating them? Who's eating grape nuts?
I'm trying to skim this article real quick and figure it out. Another hit, Grape Nuts, made by Post. It's very satiating, Dixon said. I don't know who Dixon is. Noting that the cereal has resonated among people seeking wholesome, natural products. Post had to temporarily suspend production in one building late last year because of COVID-related absenteeism, which led to, so there was a grape nut shortage because people got sick at the factory. Okay. Wow. Well, that just became a big old bummer where we were reminded about that.
No, they're acting like people were buying enough for that to make a difference. which they weren't.
The
There's no
article
way.
is called "These cereals got cool again," not "These cereal plants got sick, and so we ran out."
You know what I will say is like one of the bummers of most of my favorite snacks is that they cut up the roof of my mouth.
Like what?
Like any
Like chips?
cereal, like all the chips. And then if I want to eat candy on top of the chips, which I always do, then.
Okay, can I just say real quick, I love your cat. And I can't believe it took me this long to say it. She was on screen for at least 10 seconds before I said it. That's wild.
That's okay. And I love my cat too, and I appreciate it. She's so cute and old. Look at this little Gigi.
How old is she?
She's only, I mean, she's like 14, 15, but that still feels really old. I mean, Funk is old.
Funk is 16. Did I tell you that I have like an adorable doctor who I guess like doesn't talk to people, doesn't like use curse words or something? I don't know. He said this thing to me that I couldn't believe an adult said to me. It was like the funniest thing anyone's ever said to me accidentally.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I like go in for meetings or like appointments, but I don't go in. I just like drop the cat off because it's quarantine. And so we had our discussion about her on the phone, and he's like rolling through all the stuff about her and asking me questions about her diet and stuff. And at the end, he's like, yeah, well, wow, that's great. Everything looks great. You know, she's 16 years old, but she's got the body of a 12-year-old. I was like, good. That's good, man. That's good to hear.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, you adorable, naive old man.
That's so funny.
Totally.
Yeah. Fuck. I mean, I just like to play. I just talk about how old Sugar Bear is all the time just because I'm constantly afraid she's going to die. So that's just my way of making it funny.
It's going to happen at some point, right? There's going to be some downturn. You don't know when, but at some point.
Yeah. No, it will. It'll totally happen.
I'm sure.
Wow. Well, Dave, this has been fun. Has it been fun?
Yeah.
This has been fun for me. This is great.
How is this? Are you gonna release this as a podcast too, or is it?
Well, it's like, I don't know. Do people want to hear me burp? I think I just need to get feedback. I don't know. Do people want this as a podcast, or do people just want to watch?
I want it as a podcast.
You and my friends, do you? Okay.
Everybody loves snacks. I think you should do it. That's my vote.
Okay. I mean, I'm down. I want to think of other fun segments, but I'm also, or do I have to, or is it enough?
We just talked for an hour and 20 minutes with the segments you have. So do whatever you want, man.
Okay. Well, I also stretched it out because I talked too much. But anyway, Dave, love you with all my heart. Where can people find you? Where can they see you?
I'm at Dave to the Ross, DAVETOTHEROSS on all the social medias except TikTok. I don't do that one yet.
But you should.
Yeah, everyone says that, so maybe I will soon. And my website is davetotheross.com, and you know, on all of that, there's like, I have podcasts and I have a Twitch show and I have merch. Some stuff is free, some stuff costs money. So, you know, any of that, go have it.
Dave is truly one of the most creative, like well-rounded comedians that I know. So legitimately, his stuff is really, really fun. So it's worth checking all of it out.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for doing this, Dave. You're great. Thanks for everybody listening. And we'll see you next week on Snack Time.
Lindsay, this was so great. Thank you.
Thanks. Wait, I think, did I finish it or did I?